Hi, hello world. Welcome
What's going
to
on?
the weekly stream for Alpha Crypto and crypto all over the world in decentralized land. Today, I am Richie. We have Mr. Peter, the arborist. How are you doing,
Hello,
Peter?
sir.
Good. Peter is here, all present, and Mr. Wise DGen is here today. Hello, Mr. Wise DGen.
Hello, how's it going? I'm streaming on my YouTube channel for the first time, but also on X.com as well. Mr. Furley
Nice.
on Telegram.
Man, it's hot today, actually. It's hot. Right, so we got stuff to talk about this week. As always, we're going to be talking all over the crypto verse. And just before we got on stream, actually, Peter was telling me that we have an airdrop. So I think maybe we can talk about that. Why not? What do you think, Peter?
Yes. Drop it like it's
Okay.
hot, baby.
Yeah. So I mentioned this yesterday. I've been pretty busy this week, so I wasn't able to make a video about Topaz until yesterday. But it was in time for anyone who caught it and who was present, or who was in my Telegram or Peter's Telegram, or in the Blue BNB Telegram, to know that if you signed up your wallet to the Topaz site, then there is an airdrop now, not available for you, but it's showing what you have. So let's just see, and let's figure out like how much it's worth. That's always a good fun thing to do. So let me bring this up. How about here? We get everyone? Kind of.
Yeah, go to
I like this. Okay. So this is the Topaz airdrop. So Topaz Dex is a new Dex, which is coming to the Binance Smart Chain. It's going to be a VE33 Dex. And if you held GBlue, Blue, or Depth token, or a Depth Vault, then you would have been eligible if you'd have connected your wallet. And now you can come and see what you got. So what did I get? I got 350,000 VE Topaz. Very nice.
Hey, I had
Nice.
blue. I gotta get the
But
address.
did you connect your wallet to the site? That's the question.
Topaz, no.
Oh, okay. Then no airdrop for Mr. Furley.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. So it looked at my Depth Soul NFT, which is the tier 6. So that was $9,000 of value, which is nice because I did put significant investment in there. Tokens and positions only 2,000 because I don't know if it counted LP or not, because I removed my Blue LP, and that
yes.
dropped me out
It
of
counted
the.
liquid or LP.
I don't know. Well, you can click this and you can see it counted the GBlue liquid token and depth token liquid token, but I didn't have any GBlue LP because I pulled it all because I thought I would get a better allocation. But that then dropped me out of the whale tier into VIP tier because LP gets more points on the Telegram bot. So I'm not sure. But it's 0.7% of the airdrop. So I'm quite happy with that. Good stuff there. Thank you very much, Aaron, for the generosity. Definitely. And where did it come from? So it came from, most of mine came from Depth Soul. Peter, what'd you get?
I got 727,904.
Woo, boy. Woo. Peter, you're on fire.
My hair is red. I am on fire. Red on the head, fire in the hole.
So did your LP get counted?
No, because I was in just liquid GBlue.
Ah, liquid as well. Okay, so that means you got a nice big bag of GBlue then.
Right.
Nice. So then let's figure out the launch. So what were you saying before about the launch expected launch price for the VE Topaz?
The sacrifice price is a half a cent, and if I heard right, I think the launch price is a penny.
Penny. Okay.
I think
That's a good start. That's a nice start. So if we take 351, what's that, like 3,000 something dollars?
Yeah.
Yeah. Times. Well, we just removed some zeros. Yeah. The $3,500. Okay, that's good. That's a great start for an airdrop that is unbelievable, especially to be so fast. Like, I'm doing an airdrop, sign up your wallet, and then the next week your airdrop's here. Like, how many other platforms have we been in where they do airdrops and it doesn't come for like 7 months, and then you get it and it's like $2. So good news there. Then, so the next stage for this will be, of course, before the airdrop is sent to people's wallets, is going to be the sacrifice. Sacrifice. Right. So we're now down to this part. Sacrifice opens April 24th. That's today. Jesus Christ. Part of my French. Okay, so the sacrifice, it says here on the site,
Lord.
sacrifice opens April 24th. That's, for me, that's today. For you, Peter, that'll be tomorrow, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm in the future. I'm in the future. And you can sacrifice an abstract chain or BNB chain. You can contribute to earn Topaz on
Are
top
you
of your
on
snapshot
UTC?
allocation. I'm on UTC plus 8.
Oh.
Future time.
Oh.
Yeah. Same as like Perth, Australia is how China works.
Okay, so you're on Sydney time.
Yeah. Perth. Sydney's ahead because Australia, even though Australia covers almost the same amount of land mass as China, China's only got one time zone, and I think Australia has 4.
Oh.
Just the Chinese do it different.
Even though China is way bigger than Australia, I believe.
They're around about the same width. And that's what time zone counts, right? Because
That's still crazy to have 4 in one, and China has just one.
It makes
Australia
sense
has one.
when you understand the Chinese mindset. Like they want everything to be the same time for everyone Chinese. Like I think if China had their way, it'd be the same time over the entire globe all the time.
We all got to go on China time. It's like it's 12 noon, but it's midnight.
Okay, so back to the sacrifice. So it's going to be a fixed rate of 0.005 per VE Topaz. You're correct there, Peter, with your assessment for the sacrifice event. Here's the details, the deets. Okay. And it opens April 24th at 6 UTC, 6 p.m. UTC, right? So that would be 2 in the morning for me. Fantastic. Okay, and we can put in GBlue, depth or USDC on abstract chain, and BNB and USDC on BNB chain. Then pricing wise, your GBlue is going to be priced at 25 bucks if you sacrifice your GBlue. Your depth is going to be priced at 60 cents if you sacrifice your depth. And USDC and USDT are, of course, as $1. There is way more VE Topaz going for GBlue than depth, interestingly as well. 5,000, oh no, per token, okay. And do we know what the cap is?
$50,000.
Oh, that's going to go fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So let's so depth, price. How's that? I'm guessing it took a bit of a dip after the airdrop. Yeah. Airdrop announcement, people sell. That's what happens. But not too much actually, still 49 cents. Okay. So that means if you're holding depth right now, if you have any liquid depth in your wallet, it's currently priced at 40 or 50 cents. If you sacrifice it, it's going to get sacrificed at 60 cents. So you're going to get more sacrifice power for your depth at the moment on the current price, which is interesting. And then for GBlue is currently $22, and it's going to be sacrifice rate of $25, meaning that also you're going to get more bang for your buck on your GBlue as well. And that's come down as well since the snapshot as well. Interesting. So what's your plan, Peter? How are you going to play this?
So I've got the airdrop. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know. I don't know.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I mean,
so I guess you're weighing up the options then, right?
Yeah, I'd really like to park my GBlue and LP on Topaz to continue to earn on it. That's my biggest thing on that.
Yeah. My plan, so currently what I've been doing is, so for GBlue, the thing is with GBlue, like it's going to be useful inside of the Topaz Dex because there's going to be a GBlue and a BNB pool with a reward pool, right? So that means that you can take your GBlue and you can put it in there and then you can continue to earn on it So I'm not sure about really sacrificing or burning any of my or giving up any of my my G Blue. But then for depth, it's not going to have a farm in Topaz. So then why not? Basically, is kind of what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Why not? What I've been doing is come to my swapper. I've been trying to stack a bit of depth. So I've got about 1,000 depth at the moment, holding here, which I'm planning to try and squeeze into the sacrifice. But then I've also been selling it into USDC. So I got about 2 grand here, and I'm tempted to do it, but it's that kind of thing. Do you do it and then sorry, it doesn't work out in the end, and you're like, oh man, why did I do that? Or do you not do it and then it's an absolutely crushing DEX and manages to take a percentage of volume on the Binance Smart Chain and actually would have made you incredible income, and then you regret
Well,
it for the rest of your life.
it's kind of like this on the depth side. I mean, you and I went really deep into the depth soul NFT,
Yeah.
and I mean, I got paid really good on the airdrop. So that's kind of what I'm banking on right now. I mean, I've used my depth to get G Blue. I've used my depth. I've taken profit on some of it. I've done a ton of
Mm-hmm.
things with it, and there's still a lot more to go on depth as well. So I mean, it's not like we're gonna run out of payouts anytime soon. You know?
I don't think so, but I am. It's kind of like a rate. I'm racing to try and get ROI though, at the same time. So,
Right.
so it's. I've claimed out 4,200, so I'm only 2,000 left to get to ROI point now. So I'm not up to like 60% ROI. I guess you must be close to full ROI now because you were faster than me at upgrading.
Yeah. My net position is in the green, almost $200 now. So I'm at
Oh wow,
100.
so you're not. Absolutely not.
$197.29. So yeah, it's I've got options now, which is great.
That's interesting, right? Because we talked about that when it was happening, right? I was saying, well, Peter, you're really just going for it. You're not going to wait. You're firing the starting pistol and you're just going straight in there. I was more
Yeah.
hesitant, and I waited only 2 or 3 more days before I decided to do, make the move and upgrade to the higher tier. And those 2 or 3 days is an equivalent of like $2,000 of less ROI, right? So it is
Yeah.
testament, right, to sometimes in DeFi you just need to bring the hammer as fast as possible. Go big, yeah. Go big, says Brett Hartman. As a wise man said, go big. But also as Stunner Breezy, one of the first ever DeFi stuntmen, Mr. Stunner Breezy, he always just says, bring the hammer, which just means when you find a new platform and you think you're going to invest, just take basically 90% of what you're willing to lose and just slam it in there and see if it works. But saying that, I did it and I did get a great airdrop from it. So overall, I'm very happy with depth. I hope that it continues to hold token value after this sacrifice phase, which would mean I think like something needs to be introduced to depth, probably like a month down the line to continue to get eyes on it, I think, is my thoughts, I think. But we'll see. It does have nice mechanics.
What I'm curious about though in depth, they're going to be burning 50,000 depth. What they say every week until the treasury is completely depleted.
Yeah. But then
So
also,
that's interesting.
that's good. Well, that will bring the circulating supply down. There's a couple things on depth as well, because also the liquidity we're looking at here is depth and G-Blue. And Aaron said this for a couple of weeks, that he will be removing some of the liquidity from this. So at the moment, it's 800,000 market cap and 450,000 liquidity, right? But what we will expect is that the liquidity will drop from the point where Topaz launches as they migrate some of the G-Blue into Topaz. This might see, with less liquidity on depth, although they're building up the USDC depth liquidity, it will be a lower liquidity, I think, overall than it is right now, which does tend to lead to more volatility in token price over time. So be prepared for that. I think you got to be kind of. It's really hard to predict what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Really hard. Yeah. So we'll see. And then for G Blue though, it's definitely this for me is the one to be looking at for growing my position going into the launch of Topaz. I think this or whatever coins that Aaron might launch with as like gauged coins.
Growing like a tree branch, right?
Yeah, yeah. So depends on like what tokens he chooses to put onto Topaz with high rewards. Might be also ones to look for as well. Yeah, that's pretty much depth. Anything else you want to say about depth or Topaz?
I'll tell you, man, with depth, you and I have had this discussion plenty of times. Emissions are really a big deal. I mean, their APR, transactional APR, is one thing, and it's when a market is great, that's really great. But especially in a bear market, man, emissions are key. Emissions help you plan, and even if a token has volatility, I mean, I claimed depth anywhere from all the way up to its all-time high, 40 cents, 30 cents, and it took me 43 days to ROI in the NFT. And I've still got, my gosh, the runway on depth for me is still big. What is mine? It's I've only claimed 13,000 out of 66,000. So I mean, I've still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And it's just emissions are emissions, man. They're great.
Yeah. Man, it brings me back to like the drip days when I had a similar platform like this, but like I'd sit there and watch it, and at the height of drip, I was making like $8,000 a day. So you just
Richie,
sit and watch
what's the
this.
TLDR on that drip? I hear it all the time. What was so successful about that?
It was the height of DeFi summer during COVID, so everyone was at home. People were doing a lot of extra work because they were basically working from home, right? That's when, Bitcoin had the ultimate bull run that we never saw last cycle.
I was watching your channel during that time. I didn't see it.
Yeah. And Drip came out it was like a perfect storm, really. It came out, it was actually a pretty much full-on fork of a project which already existed on Tron chain. They just changed it up to add an airdrop function and some tax on the token. And it was just the right place at the right time. And for anyone who got in the first 3 months, like 1 year later, you were just looking at this dashboard of like money that you couldn't even correlate to the amount that you were earning. Like I remember sitting there, like I was sitting in like a shitty job in some college that I was working in at the time, and I opened up my laptop. I was like, I'm making, like at that time it was maybe like $4,000 a day or 3,000. It was like, I'm making $3,000 a day. Like what the fuck? Why am I even here? But then 2 months later, collapse. And then you're like, oh wait, well I'm pretty happy I didn't quit my job. Because
yeah,
like
you
these
know
things
the
don't last
Shiba
forever.
you know the Shiba Inu coin around the same time? That big
Oh yeah, I
spike?
missed that. That's my biggest DeFi
I
regret.
sold a huge bag of that like 2 weeks before it skyrocketed.
Yeah, me too. I would have made millions if I just held and I sold.
seriously, wow.
Yeah, Shiba Inu. Like there was
Yeah.
a really crazy time.
It was a parabolic rise. It was
Yeah.
insane.
So like depth as well. I like that you could just watch it tick up. Like I'm just seeing like $17, $18, $19.
We need
So
to,
it's good.
hey, we need to do a drip on SUI.
We could, but I
Yes.
don't. The problem with drip is that it happened once, and it worked really well. But then, of course, because drip was open source, a lot of other people tried to make drip again after it had its collapse essentially. And what happened was like they had Splasive on Pulse Chain, and then they made Furio on Binance Smart Chain, and then they made a bunch of other ones, which were essentially the same platform, a little bit different, and none of them had the success. Just because it was that lightning in a bottle kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if another drip would be successful in this, it's 5 years later down the line. I'm not sure. Oh, Piston as well. Piston,
Sui,
Furio,
Sui can
Ooze.
find a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of comments. Brett Hartman says, when I sold my stack of drip, I got 54 BNB, which at today's BNB prices would be about 30 grand. So that's pretty good there. Shout out to Barter on his YouTube channel. Shout out to the squad. Brett Prince says, it sounds like a competition or race. From personal experience, best to go hard into it. I did with the last Sui Trump raffle to see if I could win, and I got my hat trick. That's a good actual point to. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've made for Sui Trump here, and then we can talk about Tree. How about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Tremendous.
So, first, yeah, Brett Prince. Congratulations to Brett Prince. He did win yesterday's raffle draw for the 80 Sui. So it's already been sent to Brett. He has now 80 Sui richer, which is about $70. And Sunny Sui won the lucky ticket competition, and she got 20 Sui as well. So they've both been sent their money. Now, I have been planning to improve the raffle bot because at the moment, our Sui Trump raffle bot lives on the Telegram bot. But what I did last night was if we go to the, yeah, it should be here actually. If we go to raffle now, let me refresh, then we do have a new raffle up. This is testing, so hopefully everything works.
So Richie, the raffle, you can find it on SuiTrump.com, right?
Yes, and this is our new raffle, which I made last night. This is fully on-chain, 100% on-chain raffle. And
Nice.
the way the raffle works is there's two raffles running concurrently, in unison, right? We have the first raffle is the daily Sui Trump raffle. We have 50,000 Sui Trump to win every single day. All you need to do is buy Sui Trump to earn tickets, right? And then we have the weekly jackpot, which is going to be 20 Sui every single week that you can win by buying tickets. If you enter into the way, how to explain this very pot is going all week. They start on the same time, right? So say you buy some Sui Trump and you get some tickets. It's entering you into the weekly jackpot and the daily jackpot at the same time. So you might win the daily and you might win the weekly. Every week, the weekly resets. Every day, the daily resets. The prizes are completely 100% on chain, which means that you don't have to wait for me to send. You just come to SuiTrump.com and you claim. So this is me testing it. I haven't actually tried this yet, so let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to fix it up. It's not working. But yeah.
Right, so I'm going to buy 20 Sui of Sui Trump right now. Does my name show up in the list?
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I just put it up to test, and then the live came up. I was like, oh, I'm going to go live. So I wouldn't jump. Wait, I'll try first. So say if I take like 10 Sui, it's $5 minimum to get tickets, by the way, right? So if I buy this, I'll be the guinea pig here.
So the raffle's live already?
Yeah, but then if you buy and you don't get tickets, you still get Sui Trump. So you can sell the Sui Trump or keep the Sui Trump.
I need to figure out how to do a tree raffle on our site, Richie. That'd be fun.
So I bought, but we're not seeing any tickets. So yeah, I need to debug this. But
Well, Peter, you could do it artificially too. It doesn't have to be like
yeah.
as intricate to start off with.
So I would say give me like an hour after the end of this live, and then I'll make sure that this is all running completely 100% sweet, and then I'll announce it in the Telegram group, and then we can get. Oh wait, past winner was me because that was testing, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to debug it. So that's what's coming today for Sui Trump. So you're gonna be able to win Sui Trump every single day. It's not massive, but it's enough. So 50k Sui Trump at the moment, right, at these prices is around about, it's about under $1. It's like 80 cents, right? But our market cap is 120,000,
2.2 million was our all-time high. So
yeah.
Do the math.
So our market cap is 139,000. Our all-time high was 2 million. So that means your 50,000 Sui Trump at the moment might not be, crazy, but then times that by, I guess, well, all-time high would be timesing it by 10. Then that is going from $1 to $10, right? So $10 a day at all-time high if you keep the SUI Trump, but you can do whatever you want. And that will run concurrently forever until I turn it off. So
You could
Wow.
even buy more SUI Trump and get more raffle tickets with the winnings.
exactly. So it's 10,000 SUI Trump going to a person every single day in perpetuity, basically. So that's what's going to be out on SuiTrump.com. It's already up, but I need to do some computer stuff because it doesn't look like it's finding my buy. Anyway, so that's first thing. Second is I'm almost ready to launch the V3, which is over here. So this is on the test site. V3 is running already. You can see sometimes that swapping is going through SUI Trump V3 on the SuiTrump.com swapper. And that's because it's already actually active. You can see I'm finishing the testing phase. This one's gone out of range, so I just need to check, when it's out of range. If I remove the LP, do I get? Yep, I get all SUI because SUI Trump has been outperforming SUI recently. So I come here, I remove the liquidity, and it should just bring the SUI. Yeah, it's bringing all the SUI into my wallet plus a little bit of SUI Trump reward from the fees. And
This is coming to SuiDex, right?
It will be, but first it's launching on SuiTrump app because SuiDex isn't ready. So, and I'm impatient. So first we'll be launching here. I'm going to put SuiTrump, SUI USDC, and probably Victory up on to SuiTrump.com. And once SuiDex is ready, I'll just port the complete thing out over to the SuiDex. You can see this one
Nice.
here. We have $2.56 in rewards. So this is just rewarding me in SUI and SUI Trump. It's there's no reward token. I do want to add incentive with Victory as well to this. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. So we can choose which pairs. We can say, okay, the SUI Trump also gets Victory. The SUI tree, maybe, yeah, huh? Also gets Victory in V3, right? So that we're
Yes.
incentivizing people to add more liquidity. They're getting triple rewards essentially for staking into it. So that's what's coming there. And then on SuiDex.com, this is the test site. I've completely redesigned the SuiDex. So this is what you're going to see quite soon. We have swap is instantly fast. The fastest swap, just as the same as SuiTrump.com. Zap is working. So you can zap your SUI into any farm that you want. So for example, if I chose, for example, let's choose some tree, right? I want to zap tree. We can choose to go in with SUI, USDC, Victory, or tree are the options that you can zap
Oh,
in with.
wow.
So,
I didn't realize you could do all four. That's nice.
yeah, I added it in. So for example, if I wanted to take some Victory reward and I want to zap it in, it's going to buy half with SUI, half tree, and then zap it, and it's going to stake it into the farm. And it's going to be 2 transactions. So transaction number 1 and then transaction number 2 will pop up. That's you in the farm. You don't need to go at the farm site to do this at all. So that will come in here, and then the second one, and boom. So it's really efficient, nice, smooth way of doing the farm. And then we can come to, I've also made this, I think a lot of people will appreciate this. It's the SuiDex portfolio page. So
Oh,
this
nice.
shows you all of your positions in the pools and the farms. And you can come down and have a look at your amount of tokens in each one. It will show, actually, it's going to show, like for example here, Victory USDC, it's going to show how much Victory, how much USDC you have in your pair, so that you can keep an eye on that. And your overall daily earnings, your locker value will be coming, your pending Victory, and there will be a compound into any pool that you want as well. You
Cool.
can just choose the pool, put them in there.
So you'll do the
that's
compound
also
button like on it. Will it be similar to Cetus?
It's going to be different because, well, we have a bunch of options, right? We have farm LPs, we have single stake of USDC, Bitcoin, and SUI, and we also have token locker with 4 different locker options. What I want to do is, so say I have this 16,000 Victory. Say I want to compound, but I want to like do it a little bit smarter. Maybe I want to do 50-50. I want to compound half into an LP pair. So then I just choose the LP pair I want to compound half into, and I want to put half into the locker. I'm going to have that option. Or I want to take all the Victory and compound it into a chosen pair. I can do that. So I want to make kind of like compound plans that people can choose to put in, which means, again, you don't need to go to the farm site. And actually, the big picture, what I'm working on is the farm site is going to be retired. And I'm just going to put the farm site on the Dex site. So you're going to have the farm on the
You're
Dex.
gonna have a one-stop shop.
Yeah, the locker on the Dex, portfolio, pool, swap, zap, compound, and then V3 is what's going to happen. So this is what I've been doing yesterday. AI, man,
Nice.
it's amazing. You can just, you draw it up, you plan it out, and you just say go, and then you just swim with it, and you can really make things a lot more efficient.
Yeah, the
Nice.
technology on the AI coding and agentic workflows just in the past couple months has really stepped up a lot. Because last year there was vibe coding where you had to copy and paste the Python scripts and everything. Now with these applications built into your systems, it's integrated for you, so it does a lot of the grunt work, and you just give it the vision.
I want to share something which sped up my development on SUI incredibly fast. If you go to SUI.io and you click on developer, I think it's developer hub. Oh no, developer docs. Oh my God, this site is weird. Is it docs? Yeah. So if you go to the docs.sui.io and you come up here to this, ask SUI AI, right? So this is an AI trained 100% only on SUI technology. So if there's anything you're building on SUI and you're not sure how to do it, then you can turn on deep thinking mode. Say you're also using your vibe coding, or you're just stuck in a coding challenge. Take what you're stuck on, put the full details into this AI, and it will give you, from official SUI documentation, how you're supposed to solve the problem. If you want to go a step further and you are already code literate or code able, you can take the MCP server of the SUI AI and you can add it into your Claude Code. You can copy the MCP URL and paste it into Claude Code or ChatGPT. You can add it to VS Code, or you can add it to Cursor.
The one on the bottom you can add to any MCP server.
Yes, and it means you have a 100% 24/7 SUI code buddy who knows everything that's completely up to date with SUI at the moment. This is game changing. It's a really nice tool that SUI have dropped for developers. That's a freebie for people who are here and watching, and you want to learn how to build.
Richie, I'm going to
SUI.
build one of those for the SUI Trump site and the SuiDex. I know how to do exactly that same thing that they have.
Like, it's great. So like I want a morphable NFT on SUI chain. What to do, right? Because a lot of the information on like that you'll find online, even from ChatGPT or Claude, is not up to date enough to get you the best experience on SUI. For example, the whole thing with SUI 2.0 and the move from JSON RPC to gRPC. It's massive and it's confusing, and a lot of AI language models don't even understand it yet. But
well, Richie, these are actually applications. So what happens is you provide the data that it has, so you're in control. It will not pull anything except what you give it to it, and it uses an LLM to process the information, but it will not pull information anywhere except the data set that you give it.
Exactly, because if I asked it about like a server, and it said I don't know anything about that. That's not SUI, man. I was like, okay, cool. Like you ask about the weather, probably it doesn't care, right? What's the weather today?
It could answer it, but that just means that they put it in there as an option.
Let's see. I'm sorry, but I'm only able to answer questions about SUI.
Yeah.
So this is a game changer.
For SuiDex and SUI Trump like today.
Yeah, so no tree questions for that bot. Dadgummit.
Yeah. So this is really great, because before, the way I was working with SUI to code with SUI was I was pulling all the documentation I could find, individual articles, copy pasting, getting links, and making like a massive file. But then say SUI updates something, and then all of a sudden you're out of you're out of tech, or you're using old-fashioned ways, this will always make sure you're on the bleeding edge of whatever SUI changes. And SUI changes things a lot, which is annoying, but hey, that's what they do. Yeah. So, what's going on with Tree? How are those Tree NFTs, Peter?
Man, the Tree NFTs, we are, hey, may the forest be with you, man. May the 4th. We are counting down to it.
Let's go to Tree token.
Yeah, there's the community over the past week. The saying that we've had is big things are growing in Tree. It's kind of funny that one thing that we did, we actually started a community on SUINS, and I was talking to Millions yesterday, and what we're gonna do once the NFTs launch, we're actually gonna have a giveaway for some NFTs, but we're gonna do it through the SUINS community tab. So
And I'm currently building those for Sui Trump and SuiDex for Richie as well. Same communities.
well, in the SUI tree one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a giveaway to where if you join into that, you don't have to attach it to your name, but you have to be a part of the community. Now, here's the thing, Richie, once the SUI Trump one goes live, I'll add a requirement to join ours. You have to hold 1 million SUI Trump minimum to get into that as well, so we can do that cross collaboration on that.
Nice. Yeah, I'm down for that, man. Like, I'm just waiting for these Tree NFTs. To be honest, I haven't even looked at this SUINS thing. So, like, if I wanted to find the Tree SUINS group, then what do I do? Is it on your site?
Go to the SUI. Well, we haven't linked it on here yet, but go to SUINS.io.
SUINS.
Richard, I already got it all set up. It's just not ready.
We'll check out Tree. Yeah, because Furley's helping me to do this for SUI Trump. So we will have it soon.
If you go to the 3 lines up top, on the top right.
3 lines. Hamburger, right?
Yes.
The hamburger button.
Go to the SUINS communities.
SUINS community. It doesn't just say Tree community. These SUINS guys don't get this yet, man. They should just be SUINS communities, then Tree community.
And there's 3 different options you can do. You can charge people to
search communities. Go search Tree. Go down. Right there.
Tree. It's not. You're not even getting a picture here. What's wrong with these guys, man?
Right.
Who are they showcasing? Nozomi, Walrus, of course. Lofi, of course. Potato. They're good people. Pebble. I don't know. See, we should be pushing to get Tree here.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. So what
ours
I do?
Will show on the top.
So what you do is you join community.
Oh, and I get a sub name.
Yeah.
So how does that work though? Like, say I have like my SUINS. Does this change my SUINS to another SUINS?
So what you would do is, so if you do that, it won't change it just yet. Go ahead and put Crypto Mischief Finance.
It would be, I think it's Crypto Mischief, my SUINS.
You can make it whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Richie, so how it works, each SUINS, you can put 10 subnames. So if you have SuiTrump.sui, you can make 10 names where it has a different name before the SUI Trump. Like it could be wisedegen.suitrump.sui. That's how the subnames work. It just adds a name in front of the base coin.
Should I be like logged into the wallet, which holds the...
Yeah, okay. You have to connect your wallet.
Okay. Yeah, this wallet holds my Tree.
There.
Where was it? Join community.
Join
now I'm eligible. Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be cryptomischief.tree, whatever his is, .sui will be your subname.
There. Now hit create.
So like when I go on like a SUI scan, it's still just going to say Crypto Mischief, right?
Yeah. Correct.
It creates a new SUINS that you can put on whatever you want. It doesn't have to be stuck there. So your original SUINS is still unaffected because it's a base SUINS.
And also, if you go to the bottom, Richie, you'll see that SUI Trump and SuiDex is endorsed at the bottom.
Oh, that's nice. Down here, or
it should say top X somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, top X accounts. Go to the right. See SUI Trump coin.
Man, this UI is weird. It's kind of like
yeah,
MySpace.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, go to the right and go down. You'll see top NF. See
Top
there it
NFT
is.
or top X
Top
accounts.
X
Oh yeah, there
account.
we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Oh, True Millions. We got True Millions in there. He
Yeah,
said
Richie,
he might join
that's all I
today, but
really needed from you was what do you think the minimum coin amount should be for people to join?
oh, like a gazillion, man.
A gazillion? You got to make
Yeah.
more coins then.
Oh, okay. I would say like what's yours? 5 million?
5 million.
5 million. Uh, Probably like nothing, not too big, not too small. So like a $50 ish, maybe I think might be quite good. I wonder what like other ones
Like
are then.
five
If we go
million.
back, say we search and we find Lofi, let's see what they do. Because I mean, joint community, what do they expect? They expect a wallet that's more than 30 days old, eligible tokens, 5,000 Lofi, or a Mystic Yeti. Hold an eligible asset. What's 5,000 Lofi?
You got to remember too. You want people to be motivated to buy more. I think 5 million is good. Is pretty good amount.
Let's find out what. It's always good to do like market research, right? You just kind of check what these other guys are doing.
Plus, you could always change it too.
5,000 Lofi is $30 is their entrance fee.
Well, we
Interesting.
put 5 million to make sure that you're eligible to have an NFT. So that's why we put ours like that.
Peter, what's an NFT?
What is an NFT? I'm glad you
Yeah,
asked.
yeah,
The NFTs is going to be the keys to the kingdom for the Arboretum and the battle games coming up. Let me pull this link up to show everybody.
sure. I'll pull this down.
Richie, we need some NFTs, man. We need to make some NFTs for SuiDex and Sui Trump.
No, we got NFTs for now. This is NFTs are more than enough for now. Like I'm ready to go like hell for leather, fully behind Peter's launch.
There is
these
a
NFTs.
shiny blue comb over, Richie, headed your way.
Nice. That'd be fun. Are you going to share your screen, Pierre?
Yeah, let me find this link.
Okay. I'll put it like this for now.
I do have some SUI network updates whenever you guys are done. Just general SUI stuff.
Richie, while I'm finding this, so in the past week, Tree has been listed on CoinGecko along with SuiDex, and Sui Trump's been there for quite some time.
Yeah.
We have also applied for verification on Slush Wallet, and we also put in our Coin Market Cap application as well.
Yes. Loads of things happen for Tree. It's great, man, because I'm so happy that the fact that we managed to work with you to get Tree on CoinGecko is massive for you, of course, and for the Tree community, but it's also massive for SuiDex because it's the first coin that we've worked with to get the listing up and get the listing out, right? And get them
absolutely
exposure. And this is what's like it's all about. Like now Tree is the shining example of what can be achieved with
yeah, Richie,
push,
that's
right?
sparking a new wave of investors in the Aqua Shock because it shows that coin on because it's associated with the SuiDex. So I'm trying to get people excited about that because Donate's such a good friend of mine.
Yeah, it would be good to pump the shock. Like it needs some pumping.
Yeah, how's he doing? Haven't seen him
He's
recently.
doing good. He came on one of these Thursday streams when you weren't on for about 15 minutes like 2 weeks ago. He's a manager now in Canada, and he's just been working, because he doesn't have like excess money to do this full time, but he's 100% committed. He hasn't sold any coins, and he gave me full admin rights to the X account so I can make posts for him. And he's honestly like an actually good friend of mine. After talking to him for a year, we talk all the time. He's a very good dude. He actually came on board the same way you did on one of these Thursday streams when we used to do it on X live spaces.
All right, Richie, I'm ready to share.
All right.
So yeah, Shock is fully a full go on Shock.
I don't see your screen though.
There it is.
Oh, I see it.
Just don't get it confused with Aqua Cat. That's different. It's Aqua Shock is the one.
All right, guys. So coming up, the tree on SUI. We're going to be doing our NF trees. This is one of our games that's going to be coming out. The first one that's going to be available is Garden Battles. That's we're going to have more details on that. I've got a meeting tomorrow with our dev. And then Richie, I'll be sending you some information over the weekend about our launch, and then also when the first matches coming up for the garden battles will be. But this is the big boy right here. This is our arboretum, and this is where you will be able to grow your own tree. It's going to go in 100-day cycles, and we're on here. We're going to have this button will be updated coming up. In this tree, you will be able to grow. You're going to have crates you can buy. You can open a basic, a pro, or a mythic crate. You're going to have abilities. You'll have fertilizer. You'll have mulch. You'll have mythic growth powers. All types of things that are going to go with this. And just like the game, the Bubbles game, it will be gamified to where you do have to interact with the tree on a daily basis. At minimum, you're going to have to water this thing every day to get results out of this. That's I want to kind of keep it the excitement up for right now. But on this, so this is what I want to really drive home for the launch of the NF trees. So these gray boxes right here, each slot represents an NF tree that you can actually stake on the site to be able to grow your trees. I was talking to a couple of people today, and they were like, are all the NF trees going to look the same? And the answer is no. All 5,000 will be unique, all the way down to the blue comb over. There will be one out of the whole collection that Richie, you will hold. So you'll have one of the most ultra rare out of the whole site. There's going to be some Easter eggs in the background of some of these. So it's going to be a lot of fun buying these. Pay attention to the artwork, because you can never tell what you're going to see in the background. Richie, in certain parts of this, is going to pay homage to SUI Trump. It's going to pay homage to Victory. It's going to be really neat. And there will be trees and backgrounds from around the world on some of these. But the main focus on the NF trees is going to be the hero. And it is going to be really neat. I've put a lot of time into this. I've paid a lot of money to get these NF trees generated. The devs on the front end and the back end are putting a lot of time into this. So it's just we're really excited about this. This is my first launch of something going out there. Not gonna tell you, I'm a little nervous just from the adrenaline pumping on it. But it's really good timing with the CoinGecko listing coming out to show that we're here. We're dedicated to this to make this a fun experience. And this is not the only game that's going to come out. So the value you're going to get for your NF tree is you're going to have access to a suite of games that we're going to have out. And Richie, you don't know this, but some of this is going to overlay back to working with SUI Trump as well and SuiDex to make this all just be one big cohesive ecosystem.
Yeah.
Is it too late to get a Wise Degen tree NFT?
Oh, we'll add a come over for that too.
Just got to have a hood, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we
you
can
put
definitely
Trump
do
hair
that.
on me. I don't care. I'll take a Trump haircut on my sideboard.
But
this is great.
That's
and you're looking for May the 4th, right? To get this rolling.
Yeah, it just, we were talking about this the end of last year, and just some real life events occurred. I'm not going to get into it, but it's amazing how things line up in the right way. Oh, we got Rector Riches in the house, NF trees. Let's go, baby. Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
We may have to do one with a dog in the background. Who knows?
Yeah, dog. Oh, we got loads of comments, actually. Brett Prince has been on a tear with comments. He's going crazy. Well, have you considered having 5 ultra rare blue comb over NFTs? So that there might be 4 out there for someone to possibly pull an ultra rare one, like 1 out of 1,000 chance, kind of like Pokemon magic cards.
Yes, I have. And what's going to happen is Richie's going to get one that's going to be the ultrest of rarest, and then the other four are going to be have other traits on it. And Richie, I'm going to send all five to you, and you'll be able to give the other four away to. And we'll figure out whatever way to do it. We could have it to where if you hold a SUI Trump name, the SUI name service, SUI Trump and tree, that means you got the right amount of tokens bought in, and we can do a giveaway that way or something. That's an idea. So
Sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can get them up on the raffle game, or we can figure out some way that can pump tree to get more attention.
But this is what I would tell everybody who's holding tree right now. We're looking to mint out 5,000 of these things. And the revenue from this, we're going to do one hell of a buyback on tree. And also we're going to set up, all right, this is going to allow us to set up our treasury to where we can continue to grow, and no pun intended, and then we can offer more games, more products. And also we can keep a nice solid floor price on tree to where we can attract more investors to come in, because the future goal is for people to feel comfortable to come in, put 10K into tree, 20K into tree, and to know that there won't be volatility on their investment, and then they can come in and do whatever they feel. Because, Richie, we've always talked about in SUI Trump that there's nothing locked. You can come in, do whatever you wish, and leave whenever you wish. And that's the beauty of this whole thing. Just to be upfront about the whole thing.
Absolutely. That's also why I want to get this V3 out, because SuiDex has V2, it also Aaron from on Oborian, right, with Adept and G-Blue, because he went V2 liquidity 50-50 always. One of the bad things, I guess, the negatives about doing that is that you can't allow such massive buys without insanely large liquidity for the buy. Whereas with V3, you can handle bigger capital purchases as well. So
and that's with the limited. Not, I mean, I'm not a pro on it.
Yeah,
but the 30,000 foot altitude answer I can say to that is, I want to see tree grow. I mean, the first goal is to get back to the original market cap of 330,000. We've had some great ebbs and flows. I mean, if you look on Noodles or whatever site you look on, let me turn my screen off.
I'll go to Noodles.
Yeah, because if you go to Noodles and if you look at our liquidity, I mean, we have I mean, our market cap and price has fluctuated, but I mean, anybody who's been in DeFi long enough knows, or really crypto long enough knows, that as long as the liquidity is staying intact, yeah. See, we've fluctuated between 43 and 50K on liquidity for quite some time now.
Yeah,
and right. And I mean, it's just, I mean,
this is a healthy pullback, by the way. This is what happens after that. Because what is this? This is I love measuring. Yeah, this is an 8x that we saw in the space of 2 weeks. 8x in 2 weeks, right? So after an 8x in 2 weeks, we always expect a pullback on the tree, which we've seen.
I think something that what is the pullback? 30%.
Yep.
Okay. So and like on this, if you click on leaderboard, you remember about a week ago, the top wallet had like 25% of the supply. Well, that top wallet growing big, God bless his soul. That's the funniest name I've ever heard. Yeah. But on that, he's reduced down to 7.17%. And I actually checked on it. He actually has almost 10K in liquidity in SuiDex committed to LP. So, I mean, when one of the top holders in a project, just like Elon Musk in SUI Trump, is committed by committing LP to a project, hey, props to them.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Your liquid holdings, man, and something I didn't realize, Moonbags is still paying. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I keep meaning to go check it, but because they're like moonbags they're not really like alive, right? Like are they bonding
Yeah,
anyone?
their
Like is anything
telegrams are
happening?
dead. They're not really answering nothing.
Well,
So
here's what's so crazy about it. So it was like like for a while their charts weren't there and nothing was there. So say you go on the Moonbags, you sign in, you go to Tree. So I'll go there. I'll go there with you too.
ooh, we got 61
I think
cents.
you can still launch coins, but it's just like an automatic process. But there's not really anybody answering questions.
Yeah, but see, you can still earn fees single stake.
Yeah,
That's what's so like. There's a minimal amount on there to be paid right now. I'm gonna hit distribute. So, like
Let's see.
if you go to Tree Richie and then you go to staking, or you
Yeah,
can go to go to manage right there.
manage.
Then go to claim. See, if you had it
Let's-
staked, you could actually claim because whenever this passes through, whenever transactions pass through here, it uses Turbos' pool, and
Yeah.
it's still collecting fees. Like, I mean, I've got a half a SUI to claim right now. I mean, it's nothing to write a book about, but I mean, it's better than just something sitting there liquid, you know?
Yeah. The only my only concern is like, for example, if they're not really running right, like properly. So say like their launch pad.
Richie, you know what you might want to check is Rate and X. If Rate and X is still operating, then that'd be a good sign. But they're not answering anybody in the Telegram. But
Yeah,
it's the
because
same people.
the one problem is, Peter, like, so say they're up and like, because their contracts are going to work 24/7 normally, right? But
Yeah.
then what happens then if they stop paying their server fee or they stop paying their website fee, right? And they say, okay, we're winding, we're basically closing the platform because it costs more money to run than we're making on it, right? Which
Yeah.
happens, it's been happening quite a lot across crypto with a lot of projects where they say actually the $100 a month in Google Cloud, or maybe sometimes 500 or $1,000, or the even the website cost of renewing the website for $200, $300 isn't worth it anymore. We're just not going to do it. And when they don't do that, that means that the whole site would just disappear. And the issue then would be, if that did happen, are you able to get your tree out of the contract? Which I've never
Then
checked.
then
So
I need
instead,
you, sir, to please make a Tree single-sided stake pool, please.
yeah, I mean, because well, what all they're doing is I don't know how they do it actually, because they're not putting it into liquidity, right? They're just holding it as a single asset and taking.
Well, like
On
like go to
Aftermath,
go to buy.
I think you can do single staking or paired staking with any two meme coins. I think you can do on Aftermath.
Watch your go to buy and do buy like one or two SUI worth of tree. Go to the right.
Na, 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 na.
Yeah. There you go.
Buy some
All right.
tree. You're trying to make me buy tree Pier.
Yes.
Yeah, it's working.
And
It's
then
working, Pier.
and then what happens is once you hit approve, if you look on the left, once you hit approve, and then if you refresh your screen on the after, all right, so the transaction has gone through. All right, see distribute on the left. That's
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah.
reward that's paid out to whoever is staking.
Yeah, so it is working. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. So it's then the only thing is like if you can figure out how you'd be able to get the tree unstaked if, for example, they went offline. That would be the only thing I'd say here for concern. Because the last thing you want is like, oh, hang on a minute, like their website's gone. But of course you can still get it because it's on chain. But it'd be like figuring it out now, as opposed to trying to figure out later. Because later with no website up and no way to verify it would be quite a challenge.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna need that single side stake on SuiDex, please, sir.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we need to figure out how they're doing it, right?
So if you go, all right. So what I did the other day. All right. So here's what I did. So the other day I went to Noodles after I bought it, and if you look on Noodles, see like it uses Turbos's pool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going through turbos 100%.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, how are you able to single stake your tree into a contract without, because you're not putting it in liquidity, right? You're just holding it as a single asset. It doesn't change with liquidity, because if it was in liquidity, then you'd have more tree, more SUI, more tree, more SUI. But you're just putting the tree in as a single asset and then
Right.
getting rewards. But how is that working? Are you like, that's what we need to figure out to create it. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
because so like on this, there would be no victory allocation. All it would be
The,
is just
on Moonbags, they take part of it for themselves for their own coin.
yeah, they put it in the Shiro treasury.
Yeah. But so if we can figure that out, then we could recreate it. What I'm guessing happens is that when you bonded with the when you bonded tree, it bonded onto turbos with liquidity, which is burned, right? So then
Yeah.
they own the burned liquidity, or they control the burnt liquidity, meaning that you're earning the trading fees on that burn liquidity, not on extra liquidity. Might be how they're
I think
doing
it's the same thing that happens with Moo Pump. So I don't know whatever happened to that liquidity
it.
on Moo Pump.
But Move Pump don't give you the rewards for single stake.
But isn't it burnt though? It's like, or it's not. They can't remove it, right?
Possibly. But yeah, we can powwow about this and try to figure it out. But tree FTs definitely
Yeah.
are hot.
Yeah, we're tomorrow the topic of conversation with the dev is to make sure the 5 million requirement is in place. What is really good on a healthy pullback is it doesn't cost as much as it did a week ago to have 5 million tree in your wallet. You can have it staked, you can hold it liquid, you can do whatever you want. To the way that the games are going to be coded is to be able to play. I'm actually going to go live this weekend to explain a little bit further. It's getting past getting close to Betty by the time here, so the brain is not firing on all cylinders. I apologize.
I'm just reading some shocking news.
What?
It's about Tether.
Oh, I was going to bring that up. Tether and the Tron network.
Yeah. Justin
What?
Sun again. Getting.
Wow.
Where's the news?
There's
Dun,
been
dun,
some
dun, dun.
massacres on with crypto lately.
Tether freezes 300 million in USDT on Tron tied to illicit activity. Stablecoin issuer said the action followed U.S. law enforcement requests as global watchdog FATF warned of growing role of digital dollars in illicit money flows. And there is a very, very rich man, Paolo Arduoni. It froze 300 million of USDT in stablecoin on Tron, which is interesting. So now we're getting centralized action through Tether.
Yeah, that's why, Tether's based in Russia. That's why it's better to go with USDC because Tether is a Russian coin.
Those Russians. No, I like Russia. I like.
Well, yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with Russians, but the U.S. regulations are much more.
Yeah, and then Aave.
Far.
So Aave got hacked. We didn't talk about this. This is annoying. So Aave is really in trouble.
So Richie, what happened? Kelp was the problem. Kelp got hacked, but because the other chains accepted their layer 0 coins for collateral, it affected Aave, it affected Ethereum. I can give you the whole breakdown on that. I sent you the video that CoinBureau did.
Tell us about it, man. You can tell us what happened.
Let me pull it up real quick. It's pretty wild. Because I can do the Google summary.
All I know is if I go at my Aave, and which one has This one has USDC. This one has some ETH. So we all think like Aave is going to be the safest houses platform to use, right? But now I have ETH in here, $1,000 of ETH, locked. Cannot get it out. It's not even borrowing. I didn't borrow anything on my ETH. It's just in as collateral, right? Usually when we use lending platforms, we think, oh, well, if I'm going to borrow off my assets, then I'm risking them, right? But what we have here
Richie,
is
that from what I picked up
abs-
so far, that's temporary. That was a safety measure. I don't think that's
that
lost funds.
no, that's because they don't have enough ETH to give me back my ETH. That's the
Oh
problem with
wow.
Aave right now. So Aave is really in hot water because how much ETH is supplied as collateral in Aave? Like, I don't even want to imagine the amount of money that's in there.
So what?
And
So what do they do now?
they have to try and get enough ETH to honor the collateral that's been set up in there.
Wow.
So I mean, and I've only got $1,000 in here, but still it's $1,000, and I haven't never borrowed on this ETH. I just put it in to get the 2.58% APR, thinking, oh, I'll just put it in here. It's a nice place to stack it and wait. And no, it's locked. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Who knows?
Wow.
Yeah. So risk, DeFi risk, before, like, it's quite lucky though, because last week I had about 60, 70K in USDC that I was thinking, oh, I might as well put it in Aave. I can earn like 2% a month on 2% a year on it. I'll just sit it in there on my ledger and wait for Bitcoin to go up 40K, then take it out and buy Bitcoin. But then I didn't get around to doing it. And if I had done it, I don't think the USDC is locked, but still, like, really makes you think, don't know, can we supply? Can we still supply? Prove USDC. Yeah, I think we can still put money in, but why would you? Why would you now? You know,
Yeah.
I
I'll tell you a
guess.
site I've used. I don't know how similar it is to Aave, but Venus Protocol. I've parked funds in there, borrowed against it, and earned a little bit off of it. It wasn't too shabby.
Yeah.
You ever use Venus?
Never. No. It's pretty. I hear it's pretty good though.
Yeah, you can become a Venus Prime member. You basically park about 4K in liquidity in it in this
Yeah.
in their token, and then there's some ridiculously low borrowing fees on that place if you become a Venus Prime member.
Venus Protocol on Binance Smart Chain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Look at this one.
timestamp guru is in the house. Matt's.
Oh yeah, Matt's doing some time stamping for me. Does he timestamp for you as well?
Oh, dude, he's a beast. Matt is the dude.
Shout out to Matt.
So if you want to know what happened with the kelp, it says the kelp DAO exploit, the largest DeFi hack of 2026, which occurred on April 18th, resulted in $293 million loss and a subsequent 10 billion collapse in total value locked across the DeFi ecosystem. The
It's quite a
attacker
collapse.
The attacker exploited a vulnerability in a layer 0 bridge configuration. Kelp DAO used a one-of-one decentralized verifier network (DVN) setup, meaning the entire security of the bridge relied on a single signing key. By compromising this key, the hacker was able to mint fake RSETH tokens out of thin air. Instead of dumping the stolen tokens, the hacker used them as collateral to borrow 236 million in clean ETH from major protocols like Aave and Compound. This triggered a massive bank run on Aave, with users withdrawing over 6 billion in liquidity, forcing protocols to freeze withdrawals and leading significant bad debt. And the video argues that this was not a simple smart contract bug, but an architectural failure. The core issue lies in DeFi's compositability, with the reliance on minimal security configurations for bridges that serve as the backbone for cross-chain collateral creates systemic risk where a single failure can cascade across an entire industry. This is following the incident earlier this year with the Drift protocol that happened on Solana. Total losses for April 2026 exceeds $600 million. So it's a bad year for exploits. And all of those being out of North Korea, responsible for both of those.
So it was someone leaking their private key again, right?
So yeah, somebody got sloppy. I don't know how the person exploiting kelp, but they say why it was sophisticated is that instead of dumping the kelp, because that would have dumped the price and people would have started selling. Instead, he used the fake, kelp to use as collateral to get loans from other networks like Aave and the other one to get real Ethereum. But that debt, the collateral is not real collateral. So whoever made those loans can't get it back because the kelp that was used as the collateral was fake.
Yeah, I'm fucked then. Pardon my French.
Hey, Richie, talking
I don't know how
about
they're gonna get money.
not being squizoodled, as we say in our house.
Squizdoodled. Oh, that's better. I'm squizdoozled.
Squizoodle. It has
Yeah.
a Z in it.
Apologies to Peter's mom or to Wise DJ's mom if they're watching. I didn't.
She is watching.
Yes, they're both watching.
Pardon my French. I'm sorry. I won't swear.
So, Richie, there was a discussion in Tree the other day, not about just Tree, but about several of the other farms.
Yes.
And it was a really healthy conversation about APRs. And everybody came to the understanding the other day that they know that the market cap of Victory has to go up for the APRs to go up. But what is the current kind of like state of the address of the APRs on everything? I mean, no one's flipping their wig out about anything, but like for example, Tree is at 23.89%.
Yeah.
I remember the other day you were talking about maybe killing a couple of pools, shifting around allocation, things like that. Just curious.
Yeah, I want to. So it is to do with if Victory goes up in value, then the APRs across the board go up in value. If more liquidity comes in, then the APRs go down because more people are sharing the token allocation, right? So
Right.
in the long term, the only way to raise APRs, in the short term, the only way to raise APRs on pools would be to close some pools so that more allocation of tokens goes into the pools that aren't closed. So in that sense, what I want to do, once I've finished this rebuild for the SUI Trump site, which I think is more important because it just doesn't work the way I like, and it's not smooth enough. And I think that's kind of
Right.
holding back new users and new buyers, and that's essentially the big problem I think that I want to address first is that like there's not enough users on SuiDex in the farms. Like we launched with like 180, now we're up to about 250 people, right? But
I think another
that's
thing,
not enough
Richie, is
growth.
those coins that
to-
you chose, like the SUI BTC. Like if people are not hip in the SUI network, those are kind of hard to understand and obtain. I think it's better to have coins like USDC, just regular coins, because I think people have trouble like trying to get a hold of that BTC pair that you have. I think it'd be better to at the starting to stick with coins that are much easier to obtain and understand because SUI is so complicated.
How many users
Yeah,
you say
yeah.
got up to, Richie?
So well, we're up to, you can see on the farm, it shows like there's like 250 people staked in the farm, right? Which is,
Yeah.
in terms of SUI network, is not big at all. I mean, between, like I have a marketing, let me find this. SUI Trump.
Well, with the CoinGecko, the coin terminal,
Other,
we're about to the marketing's going to be blown up real soon here.
let me move this. Okay. So I actually made it's called a CRM, which is it's like a backend for SuiTrump.com, so I can see what's happening with the using and engagement with the new website I built out. I learned how to do it through a course that I took, right? So in terms of like the SuiTrump.com, right? If I go to like other coins, I can see that between, I'll put it here. So I can see between, can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see between SUI Trump and different tokens which I added in, right? So for example, Tree, we have 71 people at the moment who hold SUI Trump and Tree, right? And definitely, probably all 71 of those people who hold SUI Trump and hold Tree are in SuiDex, which is great. We have an overlap with Walrus people who hold Sui, Trump, and Walrus, 56 people. Deep, 46. Lofi, 19. And Ica, 23. These are some that I'm looking at, right? Like, and this is kind of key when you go to the farm site, 'cause it's all analytics, right? So you go to the farm, we can see, yeah, we have 224 people staking in the farm today. And this should be thousands, but it's not. And I think one of the main reasons it's not is because the onboard experience of getting from SuiDex to Sui Farm is too fragmented. There's going to be a lot of churn of people coming to SuiDex, maybe not even realizing that the farm is there and that they can earn there and that they can buy victory, lock victory, stake victory, and earn with it. And that's the big issue I see first. That is a big stopping point for SuiDex getting more adoption. Is that
I feel it's the master chef style that they have to get a token to stake, because all Web3 on Sui network, I don't believe there's one other style like that. Which I like it because it's really easy, but that part is confusing to a lot of people.
Well, that's part of the redesign, because now with this new site, it will be you come to SuiDex, you go zap, and you're in the farm immediately, right? And then you can go to farm and you can see from the same page what's happening. So that's the first thing I want to point out, that I think that the platform design isn't correct, and that's what I want to fix, which I think I'm already halfway through. So I think by the end of the weekend, that will be done and live, right? So this isn't going to be a month-long build. In terms of pools, yeah, I'm going to kill a lot of pools. So let's have a look.
You can zap right into a stake on
Yes.
Sui Trump. That is awesome.
Yeah,
that's going to cause way more volume.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that's what I think. In terms of pools, the ones I want to kill, I want to kill Sui Stake Sui. I want to kill XBT's Wrap BTC. I may kill the stablecoin USDT USDC because there's no trading volume going through it, which is completely useless for DEX. So I might kill this one. The Sui Walrus only has $1,700. I might kill this one. So really, I want to reduce the earning pools down quite a lot. And the reason for that is because I've made the V3, then you're going to be able to put tokens in V3 and earn from trading fees that way anyway. And the APRs that you can earn on V3 from pools which will be mildly active, right? Because if we come back to Sui Trump, right, and check out what I've done with the V3, like here, just with this test, right, we have $200 of volume, which has flowed through the Sui Trump Sui V3, and with only $1.7 thousand of TVL, it's captured $200 of volume for the 24-hour, right? If you go to the stats on Sui Trump, the trading volume was $2.3 thousand. So it's captured about 10% of the trading volume and given out an APR of 13%. The more volume we get and the more TVL the V3 liquidity holds, the more the swapper will suggest to swap through V3 instead, because it's going to be a better swap, which means if we spread this out across every single SuiDex pair, that means that there's rewards to be won from staking in V2. There's also rewards to be won from making positions in V3.
So the reason why I asked when V3 is going to be a thing, and I agree, first and foremost, a little feedback. There's two new coiners in this house that got into SuiDex, and they were like, all right, I'm in the LP. What do I do now? Yeah. And
exactly.
Well, yeah. And I was like, well, you have to go here and hit farm. And they were like, oh, I got to go over here too. And it never occurred with them for the other step. So
it's that staking token that gets them.
So Richie, it sounds like for both communities that are watching, you're talking what, 2 weeks to get it fully organized the way you need it, or what?
Yep, about that. The only holdback for V3 is the multi-sig, and I need to do further security checks. So that's basically what I'm doing at the moment. And in terms of getting the farm over onto the DEX site, I think that will be done by Sunday.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah, because I've got access now, which is good.
Yeah, I think once we started the discussion in the Tree Telegram, people will really appreciate that. really appreciate the elaboration on the APRs. So
Yeah.
but it's just and I'm telling you, people are like, man, I've been in many projects, many ecosystems in which people say we don't even know what someone looks like, what their voice is, and at least everybody can have a time horizon to know, hey, in this amount of time we'll do this, in this amount of time we'll do this, and then we'll do this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's this like, and I want to, because now it's firmly under my, I don't want to say control, but it's under like my, I'm the one completely redesigning the site. I'm the one making the V3. I'm the one fixing the farm to move it into the dev site. It's all 100% my push, which is getting this done. So I'm not relying on anyone else and waiting for anyone else to get anything done anymore. So I'm just doing it all myself.
And
Which
also,
turns out
Richie,
sometimes the best way to do things.
yes. And also, I appreciate
Michael
you,
is
man.
helping a lot though. Like Michael is helping me with this drive as well. We we
The
rely
back
a-
end guy,
we
right?
yeah, well Michael's been helping with back end, and like we relied too much before on getting other hires essentially to do the work for us, and it's not playing out well. So we had a discussion. We said, okay, let's just get it done ourselves, basically. Yeah.
Um, I really appreciate the open discussion about everything. Just different people asking about earning percentages, things like you know how it is in this space, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure. Because I mean, sir, when marketing, sir, why token go down?
But these people have been
Yeah.
like, "Hey, man, why is the APR going down?" And I'm like, "Because more people like trees and more people like nature." Sorry.
Well, that's the thing, because the more people that go into that one pool, yeah, that's less APR for everyone else. That's the nature of a reward pool, though. It's always the only. I mean, we if we kill some other pools, then it will go into the tree pool. But then if more people enter the tree pool, then we can't kill more pools to get more
Right.
allocation. So it would be a continuous thing. That's why adding new ways to earn can appease people who are looking for higher APR. You say, okay, well, you want higher APR, then go in the V3 and learn how that works, and then you can also earn from that. Looking at the single stake on Moonbags, that might be possible. I think I need to figure out how they do it. I think because they own a bunch of the liquidity from the burning of the liquidity when Tree was made. I think because they're earning on that all the time anyway, what they're doing is giving some of that to people who are staking single asset into their contract. I think that's how they're doing it. So then you'd need to have like a base liquidity pair of the asset to then reward people for single stake. I think that's what's happening. So Wise
Yeah.
DGen, you have some presentation for us?
Yeah, I
What's
need to
what's
pull it up.
what's the presentation? What's your topic
Um,
today?
just give me a minute here to pull it back up. I was doing some other research here, but there's some good things about SUI network. For one, they're really pushing the fintech. There's already that project called Backpack, but now they're trying to do it just completely within the SUI network itself. Just a minute here. And then I do have some really cool videos that I made with Notebook LM about the SUI network as well. What is your take on Swarm Network? Because I'm even confused about that. What do you think
Oh, okay.
on Swarm?
Swarm. Da-na-na. Let's have a look. So Swarm Network are an AI, or used to be. I guess they're still an AI. I'm not sure what they are anymore.
Well, they're AI agents. Their clusters are running the roll up news, which still works. I just used it today. So the swarm is real, and it's running the roll up news right now.
Yeah, so they had their unlock, their big unlock, where they finished their draw. Um, so in the end, I won 3,000 truth tokens, which is about $10, I think. Um, Before I won 1,000 truth. So definitely the large, massive holders in the airdrop were the ones that got the largest amount of rewards, I think, from that. In the end, I decided to claim out my rewards. I moved a lot of my truth into SuiDex pool, and then now they just claim out. I guess you can just claim whenever you want. So you can just claim out. Now it's just working like a normal platform, I guess. I think we just let me see. So I can just claim truth. Yeah, and then it comes out. They had a lot of action in their Telegram when the unlock happened because it wasn't working for ages. So people were trying to claim their tokens that had been locked for a long time and they couldn't get them, which caused quite a lot of drama. But now it seems like everyone's got their tokens and everything's working fine. And in terms of what they're doing, I don't know what Swarm are doing. Is there any
My
like
guess,
announcement on like you told me like Yannick put something up about
there is vaults, but what I think is happening, because SUI Network just announced with one of the partners, Talus, they're doing something with them, and they're talking about like prediction markets and um, finding truth. And the SUI network keeps mentioning things that are directly related to what Swarm Network does. And remember, they did win first place out of 630 projects that Costas Crypto, said was his favorite. They did a live stream with them. They are an official fact checking mechanism for Google. Um, so I feel like he cannot say anything about whatever's going on because he is not allowed to because of SUI. And I think
yeah.
SUI is going to do something related to what Swarm Network does, and then they get to announce it. And yet that's why Yannick can't say anything about it. That's why he's not saying anything because he can't. Because
Thank you for the love.
I'm an admin there, but it's it's just this is just a hypothetical guess, but I am an admin there.
So there is use for like I talked to Brett Prince again, North Korea. Man, they hacked Bybit in 2025. They really do create major pain for ETH holders. Yes, they do. I've talked to Brett quite a lot about Swarm because we both are in it as well. So we were talking about the value of what they've made, right? Because when Swarm launched, they said they were going to give AI tools for license holders, which would take all AI models and basically put them all into a big oneer. And then, thank you, Peter. I'll look at that.
That's still going to happen.
Possibly, but then it seemed like they pivoted away, and then they said that no, we're going to do other things. So they made this vault, right, which is actually quite useful. So
No,
what they're
they fully plan on doing it, just not yet. They're doing these things first, but it's still on the timeline.
so what they made is like it's a vault which because the problem is like say if you want to use AI to code and you want to launch crypto stuff with your AI, a big problem there is that say you want your AI to do more than you're doing. You want to be pretty hands off with it. That means that you need to give your AI your private seed for your wallets. You need to give it your passwords for your servers. You need to give it basically all information and all passwords. And it's going to hold inside of your chat with your vibe code software, right? And that immediately is a problem because it means that if you're ever compromised, for example, there's in Claude there's like an MD file, right? And if you don't have proper security, all of your information is going to be in that MD file. If someone gets access to your computer, they pull your Claude files, they're going to be able to get all your passwords and all your information. This is what's happening at the moment with Drift and again with Aave or Kelp DAO, right? How is it now randomly all of these different platforms are being compromised because of their secret key getting leaked? It's probably because they're using vibe coding software to speed up their coding process and people are hacking them and taking out their key details. So what the Tri Vault does is it allows you to keep a secret encrypted storage of everything that you're doing in terms of passwords while still using AI. So it's going to hide all of your passwords, your information, anything that
Oh,
might be able
wow.
to exploit software for you on SUI blockchain. So there is a really big and strong use case for this. But what I was talking to Brett about is that, like, okay, this is really good for builders and AI users and people building on SUI, but is that necessarily what people who bought the licenses wanted from Swarm? Is this the product that they were expecting? And how can this be monetized? How can this increase the price of the Swarm token? Is what we were kind of chatting about. But it is a good idea. Oh, you have to pay for it now. That's why. I didn't realize that. I thought it was free. Okay. You got to pay 75 SUI for 100 volts. For 10,000 volts, you got to pay 4,000 SUI. Interesting. Okay, so it's a paid service. That's why it works as a model. I thought it was going to be a free service. Do your licenses get you use of the vault? Do you know, Furley?
For free, I do not know that.
Okay. If they do, then that makes the license useful.
That would make sense. I mean, that would be ridiculous to not be like that because the licenses were $1,000, right? So that to me, that would seem like people that do not have licenses, but it should say on the site right there.
It just says choose the plan. Maybe if I log in, let me see.
What I tell people is, if you're going to sell your coins, that's up to you. But what I would not do is sell your license because that's going to be the moneymaker in the future. That's going to bring in the big bucks.
Yeah, true. Maybe I've got a free one.
Because AI agents is just getting started. Like, it's not going to slow down. Like what you're doing, how you're building stuff, that's agentic workflows. That's going to explode. So when SUI finally decides to do something with Swarm Networks agents, it's going to be a big deal. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. To fund your wallet, okay. To secure your vault on the blockchain, a small amount of SUI is required for gas. Okay. So we send some SUI. We're going to set this up. We're going to have a live look at what Swarm are doing. That's best way to do this. Best way to look. Because their unlock was pretty good in terms of like making money for, like being profitable to own a license. Like I think nobody is unhappy with the value of the tokens they got from the Swarm unlock or from the airdrops they've done and all these things. I think in that sense it's been quite successful. But just in terms of like use case for the licenses, that was what I was really looking forward to getting from Swarm, like things that I can really use on a day-to-day basis.
It was heavily favored towards how early you got in because the way it worked, the airdrops, it's the same amount of coins that were airdropped every day. It didn't matter how many wallets were active. So that meant at the starting, when there wasn't, right now there's over 10,000 licenses sold. But at the starting, when they first launched January 27th of last year, maybe there was only 100 licenses active. So all 69 million coins were being evenly distributed between 100 or 500, however many wallets were active. Because as more licenses sold, the spread of the same amount of coins got thinner and thinner because more and more went, or less and less went to each wallet. So that's why the early adopters really got hooked up because those first airdrops were massive.
Hey, Richie, here's a random question. So, buddy of mine, he invests on Ethereum, BNB, and SUI. What he likes to do, he likes to buy the network tokens. He like new in SUI, a couple of weeks. He's obviously in SuiDex, but he's also bought some SuiDex token and some Turbos token. What's your take on stuff like that?
If you want to buy the network tokens, yeah, because I
I
can't
would
do
get
this.
Walrus is definitely a heavy hitter. That's going to be the one that will make you the biggest bucks. It's one of the most
Yeah.
important things on the network, and it's made by the same developers. It's just as secure as SUI coin. Walrus is my huge pick for that for sure.
Just to put a cap on Swarm, I can't finish the vault setup because I'd have to show you all my private key. So we'll do that. Richie will do
What
that
were you
another
saying
time.
about the network tokens, Richie?
So if you go to SUI, yeah, so Furley, Mr. YTGen is very wise there with his choice for Walrus. So SUI, they had a weird business model because what they've done is they have SUI coin and they have three other coins which are official SUI coins. So if you come
The other one
to
is the
CoinGecko,
SUI NS. The SUI NS, just like you made the community, they have their own coin. That's their in-house, and then they also have Deep Book Volume 3. There's also Deep. So they have SUI Network, they have Walrus Protocol, they have SUI NS, and they have Deep Book.
yeah,
But Walrus is the storage layer that allows agentic workflows to happen. It has storage. It's like 100 times cheaper than um, Google storage or Amazon web hosting. You can host websites on it. You can store petabytes of data. It is hundreds of times cheaper than what is it? Filecoin as that.
hmm yeah, it's
Yeah,
similar to
so
Filecoin Walrus. Yeah.
it's and it also burns SuiCoin in its functionality.
So this is, in my opinion, it's quite a good buy because I mean I was buying Walrus at 65 cents. So I was buying around about here. Currently, Walrus is at 7 cents. It's been pretty much floored for what's that since the start of the year. It's been around about that 10 cents range. It is quite useful. It's fully backed by SUI, and that's the first one that I'd say might be good. You can stake it on Walrus, but you don't earn rewards. You wait for airdrops. I've had one airdrop in the last 6 months, so hopefully there's another one coming at
You
some point.
can stake it, but if you stake it on Walrus Protocol, it's locked up for 2 weeks. You have to wait 2 weeks, but you can make an LP with it like on Cetus
Or SuiDex, yeah.
or SuiDex. Yeah, I was to say.
Yeah. Next one is Deep. So Deep is another official SUI coin. So this is the let's say it's the third one. Deep Book is they call it the liquidity layer of SUI, and what that means is that SUI chose 6 or 7 different LP pairs, and they made really really massive, thick liquidity with those pairs like SUI USDC, Deep, and SUI Walrus, and SUI NS, and SUI, and they whitelisted them so that they're aggregated all across the SUI network. And Deep is used as like a reward coin for the Deep Book thick liquidity pairs. So this one actually performs better than Walrus. Again, it's got the same chart. They all follow SUI's chart basically. And this is currently 3 cents, but it was 29 cents. So it has come down quite a way, but nowhere near as bad as Walrus. So I think Deep from all-time high is what? Oh, it's 91% down actually. So yeah, it's come down some ways as well. And then the third one, which is also a SUI official coin,
SUI NS
is
itself has a
SUI
coin.
NS. Yeah, that's the fourth one. Where is that?
Also, you can buy a SUI NS with SUI NS, and it's only $7.50 instead of $10.
Yeah, and then there's SUI NS coin, which I've never understood why there's a SUI NS coin when they could have just used SUI. But it exists and it's here, and you can see it's been pretty much a downward trend ever since launch.
From what I could tell, they use all their coins. Somehow it burns SUI coin in their functionality.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
so
have
much
a
about this coin or Deep. I know more about Walrus than anything because I think that's the most important in-house coin because it's the same developers, Mist Labs.
I think if they could go back in time, they probably would have just made one coin, not 4. But I might be wrong. There's probably a lot of value extraction going on here from. I'm not saying it's a scam, but like why SUI can make one coin called SUI coin and everyone can just buy that coin and they can use it for everything because that's what coins do. Or they decide we're going to make 3 more coins, and then we're going to get more money in, and all of our SUI foundation holders are going to get all these coins for free, and then somehow all the charts go down.
You know,
It's
Richie, that brings up a good question, because in Arboretum and all that, we were thinking about different ways, functionality wise, to make it work, and then we were like, we're just going to keep it simple, to
yeah,
do the buys and things like that. We're just going to charge it in SUI. We're not going to launch another token. We're not going to
yeah,
complicate things. Just keep it simple.
yeah. That's one thing that I think SUI have done wrong. It's extremely confusing for a newcomer to come to SUI and think, okay, what am I supposed to do here? like you said, like what are the real coins, right? Because actually, if you look at like Cetus, for example, so you have Cetus coin and Turbo's coin, they're more like Victory, so they're a reward coin for liquidity providers.
Yeah.
Cetus, of course, had their massive exploit, which dropped their coin price from 45 cents all the way down to now 2 cents. So that is
Now the difference is, though, very important
that's,
to
that's a big
mention.
one.
There's been 100% recovery of all the funds missing. The last payment is being made next month. They are 100% recovery from what happened.
In Cetus tokens, but not in dollar value, right?
Oh yeah, but for the LP providers, the 60 million exploit.
But you're getting given back the Cetus coin at like the price of, even if it's at 12 cents, but the price now is 2 cents.
Well,
So
the original
it's not 100% back from the
payback.
value that someone lost.
Yeah, the
But it
value
is,
return is key on that.
it's
Well,
impossible to give you
the
back the
thing
value
was
though. They'd be
the
paying back for
original
years.
payback was from the
Right.
loan from the foundation, not from the. It was not paid out in Cetus coin. You got back the coins that you got in your LP. You got back like 90% of it, and only 10% is being paid out back in Cetus
Yeah.
coin. The 90% was paid back in whatever LP you had, not in Cetus.
It's an okay recovery. It was a good effort. Like I still use Cetus. Like I don't have anything against them. But they still have a security incident reported up. Like how long ago was that? Jesus, they must really want to get rid of that warning. And then yeah, Turbos again. I've never bought Turbos coin actually, so it's from Turbos Dex. It's their reward coin on Turbos, and you're gonna see, yes, similar up down 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 down. Trading volume 23,000, market cap 600,000, total supply 10 million, circulating supply 6 million. So it's already emitted quite a lot of their coins, and that's that one as well.
And
But
plus with Cetus, there's those other exploits this year, the Solana and the Kelp. Those coins are gone. There's no recovery there. 100% gone. With the Cetus, they actually the exploiter got 230 million coins, but the validators put an emergency freeze on it, so they only escaped with 60 million. And then with the loan from the foundation and their own reserves, they did a swift recovery, and actually there was a recovery done rather than just lose everything like what's been happening with Solana and Kelp. Because and this was this was a year ago, so they've improved. They got audits through Hack and Proof, the same thing that SuiDex went through. So to me, Cetus is probably one of the most secure protocols there is now. After what happened, they really went overboard with security. So
to like look at this. So this is their compensation, which they did. So I lost 264 SUI and the same amount of SUI Trump. So at the time, SUI was about $3. So that would be around about $2,000 I lost, right? After they gave back the LP that also went missing, right? So that would be $2,000 lost, and the total compensation given is 9,925 Cetus. And if we come to that now, and we see what is the value of that much Cetus coin, that is $290. So that's kind of, but of course we can't predict what the price of Cetus is, and they gave me the tokens, so I could hold these for 2 years or 3 years, and maybe they'll go back up to that price. I've been selling them. I think everyone has been selling them. That's why the price went down so much.
yeah.
Wow.
But it was a good effort from them to try and make everyone whole. But I mean, if you're going to like say like Peter, for some reason I was looking after your money and then I lost it and I said, oh, here, have this other thing instead. Like, what would you do? You'd probably sell it and then like get your money back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That
it's
is
kind
that
of-
is it is an interesting concept though for building a treasury. Put it in some big blue chips like Blue,
yeah.
Wall, Deep, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue's a good coin, I think, as well. I got some Cetus. Nice. Give me back my money, guys. Thank you for the
Richie, I'm sure
conversation.
whenever you're,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
You're up.
So this is the this is how SUI is going to domesticate agentic and traditional payments.
Yes, domesticate. That's what that said.
Domestic.
But also in the Web2 ecosystem or in the Web2 world, if you are paying with credit cards, there's an enormous amount of transaction fees involved. Why is it relevant that it goes to zero, and who are you targeting to actually use SUI with stablecoins?
When you have 4 billion people that need to transact on a regular basis, and then you multiply that by 10 agents, can you make it free at that level? If you look at Seoul, when we have gas spikes in Seoul, price can go up or you just can't submit transactions, right? You've had that with ETH. The cost of gas can go significantly higher. Bitcoin does the same. So we're very good in crypto in offering low cost when there's low volume and low demand. Now, what happens when there's high demand? Can you keep those costs free? So it goes to the question, who are we targeting? We're targeting all agents that need to transact online, and to do that at parallel, we're targeting all manner of consumer applications that are going to need to submit transactions on the internet at scale. There's only the infrastructure we built that's really scaled to do that. What does it mean for SUI? If we're going to make moving money for free, then how is SUI going to make money? I would put it back. It's the other way around, right? We need to make payments free on SUI so we can drive as much volume on chain as possible, because the value is going to be in highly complicated smart contracts, not in the commoditized element of moving money. If you think about how Amazon worked, right? Amazon made it free for developers to build a highly valuable ecosystem, and over time, people paid for more high-valued things. Similar with search. Search is free, but Google monetizes in different ways. SUI would also be in a similar form. SUI will be free for moving money, but it would make significant capital off a number of things. It's going to make money off high-value smart contracts that require gas payments. It's also going to make money off stablecoin flows. So the more balance we have in the SUI dollar, the more of that revenue, that stablecoin revenue, goes back into the SUI ecosystem to boost DeFi yield, to buy back the SUI token. We built this out with that thought process in mind, right? Like, you can fund free gas forever on SUI without ever worrying about validators going to make money. There's a business model there.
So there's that, and I also made an updated video about the S2 stack, which really ties into what they're doing and has to do with that switch that you're talking about, where you know, you said they're switching from something to another technology.
Yeah, like gasless. You say gasless transactions?
Well, you're saying you had to switch like from one type to another when you were talking about the farm. I guess it goes here. One sec. Oh, I guess I could just go here.
Is your DeFi portfolio?
No, here's the new one.
All right, everyone, let's get right into it. If you've been around the SUI community for a bit, you know something big is on the horizon. Today, we're tearing down the SUI 2026 upgrade. And look, this isn't just some minor upgrade. This is a total, fundamental rewrite of what a Layer 1 is even capable of. And this quote right here, this is the core thesis. It's the shot across the bow to every other chain out there. For what? 15 years now, we've all been operating inside these transparent glass houses. Well, that era is about to come to a very, very abrupt end. The foundational compromise of crypto, it's being erased.
So what exactly was this glasshouse era? Well, it started with a simple idea.
total transparency was a feature. It was a good thing. But as real money, serious capital, and actual businesses started coming on chain, that feature, it became a critical bug, a massive liability. Every single move you make is watched, analyzed, and frankly exploited by bots, by competitors, by anyone who's looking. Your on-chain life is basically a public diary for the whole world to read. And SUI? SUI is about to slam that book shut. Okay, so let's dive into this first major pillar of the upgrade. The announcement wasn't just a roadmap update. It was a calculated, strategic move. It was aimed squarely at a market that is absolutely desperate for a way out of this transparency trap. I mean, think about it for a second. We all just kind of put up with it, right? We tolerated having our strategies broadcasted because, well, what was the alternative for a high-speed chain? You had to choose. You could get speed or you could get privacy. You never, ever got both in one package. Well, SUI 2026 completely ends that trade-off. It's a bold statement that says, yes, you can have a world-class high-performance engine without telling the entire world your every move. So, the big question is, how? How is this even possible when so many
And this is mostly, geared towards industries, not like individual people because of tax, stuff like that.
others have failed? This brings us to the core technology, the absolute heart of this whole thing. Let's go under the hood and see what's powering this revolution. The engine running this whole operation is Groth 16 ZK snarks, and they're being implemented right at the protocol level. Now, the most important word on this slide is native. See, this isn't some application you have to opt into. It's not a mixer you have to use. No, this is an operating system level change. It means confidentiality just becomes the new default. It's baked into the DNA of the chain itself. And this is where you see that ruthless, absolute focus on performance. A verification time of just 1.2 milliseconds. I mean, that is ridiculously fast. Miston Labs specifically chose Groth 16 because it is brutally efficient. And in a high throughput world like SUI's, that kind of speed isn't a bonus feature. It's an absolute prerequisite. So what does that speed get you? It gets you this. Over 800 transactions per second while privacy is fully enabled. This is so critical. It means that confidentiality never ever becomes a bottleneck on the system. It's pure performance with zero apologies. So let's really hammer this point home, the difference between the old way and the SUI way. Mixers are basically a patch. They're like putting a big curtain over one window in the glass house. All it does is draw more attention and create these obvious targets. But native privacy, that's a fundamental architectural change. It's like replacing all the glass with one-way mirrors. When everyone is private by default, being private is no longer suspicious. It just is.
Now this right here, this is SUI's unique superpower. This is the secret sauce. Because of SUI's object-centric model, private transactions don't have to get in a single file line to be processed one by one. Nope. The network can process thousands of them all at the same time. They call it parallelized confidentiality. And honestly, it's what makes SUI pretty much the only chain that can be private, fast, and globally scalable all at once.
Okay, so we've covered the how. Now let's get into the why. Because this tech isn't just for
This is the next
degens or
part right here.
cypherpunks, it is specifically engineered to win over the institutional market. This is the Trojan horse designed to get SUI inside the walls of traditional finance. And this is the killer feature that makes it all possible. View keys. You see, it solves this impossible paradox that institutions face. How can you possibly be private from your competitors while also being totally transparent for your regulators? This is the answer. You can give your auditor or your compliance team a special key that lets them see exactly what they need to see without broadcasting your entire trading strategy to the rest of the world. It's genius. And I mean, just look at this comparison. It really says it all. You got Monero, which has great privacy, but you can't really build anything complex on it, and auditability is a nightmare. You have Zcash, which has the view key tech, but it's optional, so almost nobody uses it, and it's slow. And then you have SUI. It just comes in and ticks every single box. Privacy by default, native audit-ready keys, the full power of the Move VM for smart contracts, and of course, incredibly high throughput. It's the only solution built for the real world.
Now let's pivot and talk about the economic impact here, because it isn't just a philosophical debate about privacy. This is about your profit and loss. This is about finally starving the MEV bots that have been bleeding traders dry for years. We've all been victims of this, even if we didn't realize it. The classic sandwich attack. A bot sees your trade coming, it jumps in line right before you to push the price up, your trade goes through at a worse price, and then the bot sells immediately after, pocketing the difference. It's a hidden, invisible tax you pay on literally every trade on a transparent chain. So here's SUI's elegant defense. First, your transaction is totally encrypted. Attackers can't see a thing. Second, and this is the key, validators agree on the order of transactions before they're ever decrypted. By the time your trade's details are revealed, its place in line is already locked in. It's that simple. You cannot front-run what you cannot see. Malicious MEV is just gone. It's mathematically impossible. And this line just absolutely nails it. On other chains, the very moment you signal your intent to trade, you are handing out free alpha, free money-making information to an army of bots built to extract value directly from your pocket. SUI just shuts that information leak off at the source.
Okay, so for our final section, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Because this privacy upgrade isn't happening in a vacuum. It's the foundation for an entire financial ecosystem being built on top of it, what's being called the S2 stack. And what's so powerful here is how all these pieces fit together to create this incredible moat. You've got gas-free stablecoins, which gives you that seamless Venmo-like experience on chain. You have ZK login, which is how you finally onboard the masses without scaring them off with seed phrases. And it's all powered by Deepbook, a single shared liquidity layer for the whole ecosystem. Each piece reinforces the others, turning SUI from just a layer 1 into a true full-stack financial platform.
And really, it all comes down to this. For the hedge funds, the market makers, the institutions that are going to define this next cycle, this is not a philosophical debate. Privacy is operational security. It is directly, tangibly tied to their profit and loss statement. Every dollar not lost to a front-running bot is pure P&L. Not having your alpha leaked and your strategy copied, that's P&L.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. The old model of radical transparency is fragile. It's a glass house in an earthquake, and it is breaking. And when that house finally shatters, all the capital inside is going to flee. It's going to look for somewhere safe, somewhere private, and somewhere incredibly efficient. SUI is building that shelter right now.
That's on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I just throw stuff on there just to like have it there. I mostly push on TikTok and X because you already have pretty good YouTube, but I might start pushing it more because they're going towards shorts. I do have some notebook LM videos that I've made for SUI Trump, but they're not subtitled yet. I don't know.
Did you watch this this interview with Elon Musk about the future of Tesla?
No, what did he say?
Well, he was talking about the new, like his robot. What's it called? What's his robot called again?
Optimus?
Yeah, Optimus, I think, and saying that it's not ready. It is not sure when it's going to be ready. And he's not going to show anyone it because every time he shows his robot, everyone copies him. And he's basically hedging the entire future of the company on the success of this this robot. Like it's like I'm a Tesla holder of their stock, and it is down quite a way from when he did his when he gave that interview and he got his earnings out for the for Tesla. It's down like 8% since then in a couple of days. So people aren't very confident with what he's been saying about the future of Tesla.
Wow.
Yeah, it has been on a pretty strong downward trend actually. But come like since this would be from last year, December 2025 was like a peak at like $490 a share, and it's now down 25% since basically the start of the year already. It did recover quite nicely when the Hormuz ceasefire happened, but since that earnings announcement and interview with him, it's started to really bomb as people are kind of losing faith in his vision for what Tesla's going to be in the next couple of years. Big risk time though. I mean, if it pays off, if everyone just suddenly wants to own his robot and use his robot, then I guess you would see a big upturn, big flip in the share price for Tesla. I don't know.
So I
Not
know if you wanted me to share some of the, there's like a pitch deck and some stuff about Sui Trump.
Oh, sure, go for it. What
and
have
some
you made?
videos.
Let's see the. I'll add you back.
Now the only thing is, well, here, let me change the screen I'm sharing. The only thing is there may be some outdated or irrelevant information, but you could correct it if you see anything like that. So
Okay, as long as it's none of your not safe for
no,
work
no,
material.
this is pure. All of these were made from just
Yes.
Sui
Okay,
Trump,
good.
SuiTrump.com. Only SuiTrump.com.
Okay. I'm going to see if this fix has been put on the raffle.
So here is a pitch deck, I call it.
Oh, let me get it. Ooh, very nice.
Then we have this one. And then I'm interested to see how some of these videos turned out. Down.
So this is the notebook LM, right?
Yeah. Oh, this one has a Trump on it. Yeah, because Notebook LM, that's basically like the same thing how you were talking about earlier with the SUI network, like AI. This is, you could do like the same thing with this, because see this, the sources right here, this is all just SuiTrump.com and things that you have written personally, and extractions from YouTube videos where you were talking specifically about the project.
That's a nice picture. Play that. Play the. Lady of Crypto reposted this stream. Thank you very much, Lady of Crypto. Appreciate that. Oh, there's no sound on this one, Farley. You there, sir? No volume, sir. I don't think he's listening.
You say there's no sound?
Yeah, no sound.
That's weird. And then I hear it on my side, but
Oh, not sure.
you
Well,
can't hear that?
No, can't hear it. Can you hear that, Arborist?
Nope.
Peter? Pancake Eater?
Pancakes are good.
Yeah, I like
Here,
pancakes.
I'll download it and play it in VLC Media Player instead.
Sure. So update on the SuiTrump raffle. I did a test one and I won because I was the only I was the only one going in on the 5-minute test run. So you can see what happens is after the daily, this is from the one before. So in 4 hours, 47 minutes, this one will finish. What happens is one person will win the SuiTrump prize. You get 50,000 SuiTrump, you approve it, and it should just move straight into my wallet. Oh no, it didn't work. Okay, I'm still fixing. It will be fixed. We're still working on it. Says I won. I didn't win this. Okay. I'm still debugging. Still debugging. But yeah.
Okay, and I believe should.
Right, let's
Oh,
dive
you
right
got it?
in. We're going to take a look at a really interesting project on the SUI blockchain that, at first glance might just look like another meme coin. But once you get under the hood of this suit Trump branding, there's a pretty fascinating DeFi experiment going on. So today we're going to pull back that curtain and really deconstruct its tech, its economic engine, and the clever social dynamics it's trying to build.
Right out of the gate, this is the first thing you see, and it's probably the most important thing to get your head around. The project's own disclaimer is not political, a live experiment in on-chain value. So they're basically asking everyone, look, set the meme aside and focus purely on the mechanics. It's a pretty bold claim, right? So for the rest of this explainer, we're going to take them at their word and analyze this thing as a pure tech and economics project. So that leads us to the big question you're probably asking right now. If it's all about this on-chain value, well, how does that actually work? Where does the value really come from?
You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's break this engine down piece by piece.
Okay, so the whole vision really starts with the creator, Richie Mischief. Now, he's a doxed developer, which in the crypto world is a big deal. It just means his real identity is public, which adds a huge layer of accountability. He's been building in DeFi since 2020, so he's not new to the game. And the entire project is framed as this test. Can a community, if you give them the right on-chain tools, actually build its own sustainable economy from scratch?
This slide right here, this is basically a checklist for earning trust in DeFi. Let's run through why these points matter. Fair launch means no insiders got a head start. Everyone had the same opportunity from day one. No team allegation doubles down on that. The devs didn't just give themselves a huge bag of tokens. The 0% tax is huge because it makes trading super frictionless. And maybe the most important one, burned liquidity. This means the core trading pool is locked up forever. The creator literally cannot pull the rug. Every single one of these choices is designed to scream decentralization and community ownership. Now, at the very heart of this experiment is the dApp, the decentralized application. It's designed to be the easy button for DeFi. And this is so important because it was built from the ground up to be mobile first, because they know that something like 75% of users are on their phones. It's all about making really complex financial stuff simple and accessible for everybody. So the first easy button is this really smart feature called a swap aggregator. So imagine you want to trade your SUI for seat Trump. Instead of you having to go check 5 different websites to find the best price, the app does all that legwork for you, instantly. It can even split your trade across a few different places to make sure you get the absolute best rate. The bottom line is simple. You click once and you get more tokens for your money. And this Zap feature? This is an absolute game changer for user experience. Normally, if you want to provide liquidity to earn yield, it's a whole ordeal. You have to manually swap tokens, pair them up just right, approve the transaction, then stake the result. It's like a 4 or 5 step process that can be really confusing.
But that's you said it's still being worked on, right?
No, it works. What on
Zap?
on the SUI Trump app that's worked since day one.
Okay, awesome.
Boils all of that down to a single click. You just deposit one token, say SUI, and the smart contract does all that complicated stuff for you in the background. It's a massive leap towards making DeFi feel less intimidating.
And the simplicity just keeps going. As you're earning rewards from farming, the auto compounder lets you reinvest everything with, you guessed it, another single click. It takes all your earnings, automatically converts them back into the right token pair for the liquidity pool, and just adds it right back into your position. This is how you maximize your earning power, by putting your returns to work for you.
Okay, so we've got these awesome tools that make it super easy for people to use the platform. But how does all that activity actually create value for the SUI Trump token itself? Well, that's where we get to the economic core of this whole experiment, a deflationary engine. It's designed to make the token more and more scarce over time through what's called a perpetual buy and burn mechanism. And the result of that engine is this, a massive number.
That's 500 million at this point. This was made a little older.
It is 500.
As I'm talking right now,
million.
Over 416 million SUI Trump tokens have been completely removed from circulation, permanently. And because this is all happening on the blockchain, this isn't some number in a press release, it's a verifiable fact that you can go and check for yourself. And to put that number into perspective, that's over 4% of the entire supply that's already been burned. And because this is a perpetual, ongoing thing, this orange slice of the pie is designed to just keep getting bigger and bigger, constantly shrinking the total amount of tokens out there.
So where's the money for this burn coming from? It's funded directly by people using the platform. Remember that Zap feature? Well, every time someone uses it to deposit or withdraw from a farm, a tiny fee gets generated. 40% of those fees are automatically funneled into a smart contract that goes and buys SuiTrump tokens right off the open market. This creates this constant, automated buying pressure. The real question is, what happens to the tokens after the contract buys them? They get sent to what's called the null address. It's a real on-chain address that has no owner, no keys, nothing. You can think of it like a black hole for tokens. Once they go in, they can never ever come out. They are gone for good, permanently and verifiably removed from the supply. Okay, so we've got the user-friendly tools and we've got the deflationary economics. But SuiTrump adds this really cool third layer that's just as important, the social game. It actually uses on-chain data to create this public hierarchy, rewarding users not just for what they hold, but for how they behave. This is the live leaderboard. It publicly ranks every single holder into one of these themed tiers. But here's the really clever part. It doesn't just look at the tokens sitting in your wallet. It actually scans the blockchain to find the tokens you put into liquidity pools too. So it gives a true picture of your total commitment to the ecosystem, which is awesome because it rewards the people who are actively helping the project, not just passively holding. And it goes even deeper than just how much you hold. The system also tracks how you act. For example, the Diamond Hands badge is automatically given to any wallet that hasn't sold a single token in over 30 days. It's a public way of recognizing and rewarding that long-term belief in the project. And on the flip side, it also tracks other kinds of behavior. The Paper Hands badge is assigned to wallets that have sold more than they've bought. Now, it's not a punishment or anything, it's just a transparent on-chain label for a trading style, and it adds another interesting wrinkle to the whole social dynamic. And then you have other badges like the Accumulator, which rewards consistent.
I was given a suggestion by the Grok Unhinged character thing, is like, you should also do a weekly like roast by the SuiDex girl. Like, these are the losers who sold the coin, and list off their SuiNS.
Consistent buying over time. So when you put all of this together, the tiers and these different behavioral badges, you get this really fascinating social system where your on-chain reputation is built entirely from transparent, verifiable actions that anyone can see. So we've got the easy-to-use tools, we've got the deflationary engine, and the social layer. But what about the actual foundation? What's it all built on? Well, the project makes a big point of highlighting its technical architecture and its long-term roadmap, signaling that this is meant to be here for the long haul. Okay, this slide gets a little bit techy, but it's a really important detail. Most apps talk to the blockchain using an older method called JSON RPC. Think of it like sending a text message. It works, but it can be slow. SuiTrump's dApp is built using a much newer, faster technology called gRPC. This is more like making a direct video call. It's way more efficient. That means the app feels faster and more responsive for you, the user. And since that old standard is actually being retired by Sui in a couple of years, building with gRPC from the start means this platform is already future-proof.
And this clearly isn't just a short-term fling. They've published a very clear 5-phase roadmap that shows real long-term ambition. The first 2 phases, launch and infrastructure, are already done. That's basically everything we've just talked about. Right now, they're in the growth phase, with big plans for dominance and legacy still to come.
And that final legacy phase has some seriously cool ideas. First,
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I can show you, like, it's quite cool, right? So I want to give a shout out, actually. We're already been going 2 hours, so we should probably wrap this up soon. But if we come to the leaderboard, which is here, I don't know if I can zoom. Can I zoom in? My thing's not working. My zoomer's not working. You're going to see here Elon Muskie. He has every single badge that you can get. At the moment, these badges are really simple. There will be there's a huge reason why I've added these badges, but it's not actually clear to anyone yet what they're for or like how amazing they're going to be. But you can see he's got every single badge. Important ones that he has is the diamond. So our largest holder with 7.8% of the supply is diamond handed, which means he has not, you can see the legend at the bottom, he has not sold any of his bag in 30 plus days. It's actually been way longer. He is a burner because if we come to the burns on SuiTrump, 2 days ago there was a burn of 56 million SuiTrump, which if we come and see the on-chain price of 56.
That's why there was such disparity in that video, because that video I made was only 6 days ago.
So he burned 800 SUI worth of SUI Trump, which is about $700 from his own bag, and since then there's been another burn 12 hours ago of 10 million from myself as well. So we're now up to 510 million burned, 5.1% of the supply. So that's why he has the burn badge, because he took a large portion of his own supply and he burned it. He asked me, he said, I want to do this. I said, why? You can just hold it and profit from it, whenever you feel. And he said he wanted to show the rest of the SUI Trump community that he is not just holding the token to dump on everyone. He's holding it because he believes in it. He has the plus sign because he is an accumulator, which means that he has 10 plus buys in the last 30 days. So he's not only burning it, he's buying more and more. He has the graph sign because he is an LP Maxi, holding most of his funds in SuiDex, and he is not a paper hand. We have some paper hands.
He has other videos of him using the decks where he's collecting hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
pretty extreme stuff. He's definitely legit. I talk to him quite often. He always supports you when he comes on the live streams and stuff. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. The paper hand is actually we can see it as bad, but it actually says they've sold more than they've bought, right? So you could say you're paper handed, or you could say you are in profit. For example, we have one person with SUINS, J Crypto, 29th, good friend of mine, but it says he's paper handed. Oh dear, which I think is really funny. So it's but all of these badges and the tier ladder will make sense very soon with what's coming out next.
I just added another burn to it, Richie.
You should make a mechanism to see who hasn't sold in a year. I think I might hit that mark.
Let me see. The burn tracker runs every hour or so. It will find it in about an hour, I guess, when it sees it, or it could be up on Telegram.
But I mean, if it's just a sell, it wouldn't show here. But I do have coins that I originally bought. But I don't know if it just blends them all together.
Oh yeah, I see the burn. 10 million. Did you just burn? Oh no, was that me? Oh, 2.885,029. There we go.
No, I haven't done a burn. I was saying you should have a tracker to see who's held coins for over a year.
That would take a huge tracker though. Our one goes back to all the way back to October last year, I think, is where it goes to.
I could probably do a manual list of all the members that have been in the community for a year. That would be pretty easy to do.
Yeah, Peter, was that you burning 2.8 million?
Yeah, that was me.
Nice. I saw it on the Telegram. Yeah, that will show in about an hour. That will come up. I'll give you a shout out. You're a hero. I'm going to burn some tree now then.
And Richie, remember, I still have that promo wallet. Let's come up with some sort of, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, go into the SUI Trump Telegram, and show your proof. And Mr. Furley will send you an airdrop.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna have to head off for today. So, any last words, Mr. Arborist?
May the 4th. Grab your tree.
May the 4th, definitely.
Want to make sure to put that burn in the end to show, hey, I'm not here not only for tree, but also for SUI Trump and the decks.
Still not working. Yeah, I'm going to go fix the raffle.
And I would have to say, join the subreddits. There's a SUI Trump subreddit. There is a tree subreddit that was just created recently. Also, check out my TikTok is Wise Degenerate, spelled out. And then my YouTube channel is Wise Degenerate, but x.com is just Wise Degen as it is there. But I'm always supporting these guys and SuiDex and the SUI network.
Awesome. Okay, I've got to run. I think my wife just came home. Very nice. She's supposed to be at work.
Did she still have her Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Nice.
She's a diamond hands. Diamond hands. Okay, guys. I've really got to run. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Nice. Okay. Peace.
See ya.
See you next
Bye-bye.
week.